I thought I'd share with you an art journal page I have created. I also did a process video. The process video is very short because I just wanted to recreate this tag that I had made, and I did the full process on this tag. Now this was for a tag swap, so I don't have the tag. I liked how it turned out, so I figured I would do it in my art journal page. And not only did I do an art journal page, I also wrote this poem here to tie in with this page. Now, when I was a little girl, I loved to skate. Our neighbors across the road had a skating rink, and they'd let us use it. And I loved to skate at night because there was no kids around there. Actually, most of the time I got the rink to myself. So I wrote this poem. So this is what the poem reads. I titled it Night Ice, and it goes, "The night is dark, the air is cold, but I don't feel the frigid weather as I am in my own world and I have the ice to myself. I enjoy the solitude of being on the ice alone. I love gliding, twirling, and jumping on my blades, perfecting my moves for no one else but myself, skating under the moonlight where the care of the day disappears." So there's the poem that goes with the page. So here is the page, totally completed. We got some sparkle on there. Even though this was it should have been a quick and easy page, it just seemed to take all day. So there's my page, totally complete. I don't think I'm going to add on anything else on there, but you never know. Well, the process video will follow. It's very short, but if you don't want to watch it, well then thank you for watching up till now. So thanks everybody. Today I thought I would do an art journaling page. I haven't done an art journal page for, I don't know how long. So I thought today that's what I'm going to do. And what I want to do is I want to recreate a tag that I had made. I was in a tag swap. I have a video on how I made the tag. And I was in a tag swap a while ago, and I really liked how it turned out, and I thought I want to do a journaling page. And also I wrote a poem about when I was younger and I used to go skating at night. So I thought that would be really nice in the art journal page. Here is the tag that I want to recreate my art journal page from. So I'm more or less going to be doing the same thing, and I copied the tag from a photo I had taken, and I did quite a few because I wanted to get the girl right. Like, I could have stamped it, but I wanted it a little bit bigger. It's this stamp here from Angie Blom, and you can pick it up from Unity. And I used different stencils in it, but I wanted the image just a little bit bigger because a tag is smaller than an art journal page. So there's her. She's from a photo. So she's from a photo. And then I did this one, but this one's even, I think, smaller. So I'm just going to play around with the background and see how it works out. And I don't want too much dimension on the background because I'm thinking I might write my poem somewhere around here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do the background. And I was looking at some of my old art journaling pages, and I really want a dark background, but I don't have really dark blues. I guess that's about as dark as it is. And this is Gelato I put on here. And I'm not sure how pen is going to take to this type of material. I know pen will go on ink well. So I'm going to just try and stick with my inks and see what happens. I have a couple different ones. This one's nice and dark, so this one might be good. So, and this is the stencil I had used, and it's a small stencil. It's not high enough for what I'd like. So we'll see how this works. I'll start it up high, and then I'll build it down, the trees down as I go, and we'll see how that works out. So I want the top to be the darkest, so I'm going to get a sponge. So here I'm just adding some background ink, and this I think might be the darkest color I have. So I'll just keep going down, down, down until I get to an area that I think should be lighter. So once you don't have to watch me do all this. So once I've finished this, I'll come back and show you I'll show you the background when I'm done. So here more or less is the base of my background, and what I did, because the stencil isn't long enough to fill the whole page, was I just used some sponges with some Distress inks is what I used, and I placed my stencil, did that part, and because it wasn't long enough, before I hit this part where it's cut straight, I moved it down a little bit more, so that's where you can see some more branches, whereas on the stencil they're not there because I had to move it down. And the same on this page here. And I think I'm going to do the same as here. I'm going to do some snowbanks, and then the rest will be the ice. And for the background, I used for the tag this tiny dot. This one is bigger, so I'm going to use the bigger dots. And I am going to use this glass bead gel. I really liked how it turned out on the actual tag, so I'm going to redo it here. But the first thing I might do is I might have to write my poem in here first, because once I add this glass bead gel, I'm not going to be able to write over top of it. So I think I'll do my journaling here, or my poem here, and then I'll do the glass beads. So I'm going to write that and then be back. So I rewrote the poem that I wrote on there. I was going to do it on a recipe card, and I guess I could have. It does show up better, but I kind of wanted it as part of the actual page. So now I'm just going to add these glass beads, which are so fun. So I'm just going to add those here and there all over the page. I don't want them perfect, but just here and there all over the page. And I like that this one is so much bigger and it'll fit on the page as opposed to my other one. So I'm going to do that and just add these all over. And really, when they dry, they are like sparkly because of the glass beads in them. So they're really pretty. I really was impressed with how they turned out last time. And as I'm saying, I'm not going to do them all over the page. It looks like I'm doing them all over the page. So I'll do this, and then once this dries, because it's going to take a long time to dry. So I think I'm going to go watch. My husband and I have been watching the last episode of Prison Break. So I'll probably go watch some of those and then come back and finish the page. Just to show you that mishaps really happen, I made a mess right here. I totally forgot to tape. I was like in the process and I'm like, oh, I forgot to tape. So, but a lot of this I showed you on the tag. But anyway, now the glass bead gel is dry, and those are all those dots all over there. So those are fun. I don't know if you can pick them up. They got some sparkle. They look like sparkle too. So they're really pretty. And then I started doing the ice and the snow. And I was using, on her skate blades, I added this silver pen. And then I thought, oh, maybe I'll make some marks in the ice. Well, a big fat blob went bloop right there. And I tried to suck it up. It didn't suck up. Let's see if I can wipe it off. Well, I made it worse, but I can fix it. What I'm going to do is just take off this little layer here, and I'll just cut another one and add it on there. So I can fix that up in no time. So I will go and do that. Okay, I was thinking of putting a moon on here, and I had this one. It kind of looks like a moon, but it is, you can't even see it. Then this one is fun paper. It has some sheen to it, but again, it blends in. Then I had this one here because it had a pattern in it. So like when you look at the moon, there's a pattern in the moon, but again, it disappears. So I've come to the conclusion I'm probably going to use this one, even though it's a yellow color. But because, oh, there's a hair there. There's a cat hair or something. But anyway, because the shape of it, I think you'll know it's the moon. And one of the last things is to add my little girl. I was going to use this one here, and I like this one. It's on photo paper, so it has a sheen to it. But I like it because the colors pop. But she's missing the tip. It wouldn't print up right. So she's missing the tip of her skate. So that's not going to work. This is the same size, but it's on just regular cardstock. So I'm going to use her. And I'll put her here. And I'm done. I'm totally done this page. It looks simple, but I don't know why it took me so long. So here is the finished page. I think I might ink around the edges a little bit. Maybe I'll ink around the edges a little bit. And then I'll come back with the finished page. So there we go. There is the finished page. Totally done. I'm not adding any more. Well, I might, but I'm going to try not to add any more. And see, the girl has her full skate in this one. And then I did take a gray pen and I just tried to make a few little marks on the ice here, These are double layered here. I think you've seen that from when this one got stuck. Or I messed that one up, that's what it was. And then for the ice, this is the snow here. If anybody's skated on an outside rink, you all know that there's snow banks that you have to shovel all the snow off to the side. So there's the snow bank, and then here's the ice, and I used it a Wink of Stella. I used it? That's not a word. I used the Wink of Stella Clear on the ice. I don't know if you can see it here. I always say that, but then when I look at the video, you can notice it. So that is my page totally done. So thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope you all have a very creative day today. Bye now.